Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the Night Fision Costa sights. I bought these specifically for my Glock 43, which I intended to carry. This one over here. The reason why I got this is because I wanted basically medium height sights. I didn't want the regular sights, which is what I have on this Glock 43 here, right? Palmer 80 Glock 43. If I get behind the camera, you can see how I got the regular sights, and you can see how you got like an extreme low co-witness. Okay, and this is not that bad. I mean, this is probably not that bad. Basically, your iron sights are basically just backup sights. Normally, you're just shooting with your optic. So this isn't bad. I really wouldn't mind going with just this. Okay, but I wanted to try if there was another option, because initially on this Glock 43 over here, I initially tried using the standard height Ameriglos that I have on my Glock 17. With the Ameriglos, if I get behind the camera, you'll see that like when I line up my iron sights, you'll see how the chevron basically is lower than I want it. So that front sight is a little bit higher than I want it, and normally I just completely ignore the front sight, get the chevron on target. So basically I could use a it would be nice to have a medium height front sight as well for this, which I may do at some point. Okay, but for now this works just fine. I don't even notice the that front sight when I'm normally shooting it. Okay, so on my carry gun, I said let me get the Costa sights, and I put these on this gun. And what I found is I put them in, and what I found is that the front sight was still a little bit higher than I wanted to. So what I ended up doing with this Glock 43 is I kept the Costa medium height sights in the back, and I got the regular low low front sights from Ameriglo. So the same sights that are on this gun over here, right? I got that one on the front, and I found that this is working just perfect for me. So if I get behind the camera, you can see how I get a pretty decent co-witness. Okay, so that's with the Night Fision Costa rear sight, and the just a standard front sight from Ameriglo that gave me the height that I wanted. So I had to kind of mix and match two different brands, but that makes me really happy. That is exactly where I want it to be and how I want it to look. Okay, so now it's worth mentioning that this is a true precision slide, and that's important because different manufacturers, they may, the cutouts for the sights might be a little bit different. So on this Glock 43 true precision slide, I ended up keeping the Costa, the Night Fision Costa sights in the back, standard standard front sights from Ameriglo in the front. So what I ended up doing with that front sight is when I went to build my this Lone Wolf G19, right? Because it's got a Lone Wolf lower frame over here, and then it's got an Alpha slide on top. What I find is if I initially I tried the Ameriglo sights, these guys over here, right, that I have on this, and that front sight was way too high. So what I ended up doing with this one is putting the Ameriglo sights in the back and the Costa Night Fision sights in the front. So again, this is the Alpha slide. I own a couple of these Alpha slides. I have seen that routinely, that I kind of have to mix and match a different rear sight with a different front sight to get the height that I want. So let me get behind the camera. And you can see that kind of gives me a nice co-witness right there. Okay, so that's with the Night Fision Costa in the front, right, front sight, and then just the Ameriglo standard suppressor height sight Ameriglo in the back. Okay, so I've had to kind of mix and match to get to where I want to be now. The thing with this is, though, Night Fision is a little bit expensive. The Night Fision Costas are $120. The Ameriglos are $60. Okay, so you know, I mean, you are paying a lot more for this, but if that's the height that you need, I don't know of any other company that makes the medium height suppressor sights, and apparently that's what I need on a lot of my guns. Okay, I need these medium height suppressor sights. I think at this point I would like to just buy the front sight because I got plenty of rear sights that I think I can match them up to, but I'd like to get a couple of just plain medium front sights. But that's been my experience. I mean, they work good, but you may have to mix and match different sights to get exactly the height that you need, and that's what I ended up doing with this night fishing. So this night fishing that I bought here, the front, and it was specifically intended for the Glock 43. When I was in that drop-down menu, it said Glock 43, but it fit just fine on this Glock 19. I've got the front went on the Glock 19. The rear went on the Glock 43, and now both these guns are basically where I want to do. And what happened was I got the Ameriglo in the back, all right, of the Glock. So the Glock 19 here is Ameriglo suppressor height sights in the back, night fishing Costa in the front, okay, right. And then with the Glock 43, I've got the night fishing Costa in the back, and then the standard Ameriglo Glock 43 sights in the front. I hope that's not too confusing, but you know, that's how it worked out for me. If you have a different slide, it may work out differently from you. As far as shooting it, you know, being able to see these sights at night, they work great. I mean, functionally, the $120 night fishing Costas are just as good as the Ameriglo, you know, $60 Ameriglos. They're just as good. The only difference is that I don't know if there's anybody else that makes these medium height sights that I need for this pistol. So if you guys got any information, any place where you think that, you know, we can get the medium height suppressor sights, put it in the comments below. It'll help me out. It'll help a lot of other people out. If you're not a member of my channel, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon.